Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Staver. This is Mondays with Mike, a weekly video series where I answer questions from people just like you. Here's this week's question. A little bit longer this week. Here we go. I am working in a culture that's not healthy. It's not terrible, but some weird things happen, and everyone just winks and nods and goes about their work. Nothing illegal or unethical, just awkward and weird. You know how bad I want you to write me and tell me what is going on in a culture that's awkward and weird? That's awesome. Admittedly, I too notice these occasional weirdnesses and wink and nod and go about my business. It is very bizarre, and I'm not sure why I tolerate it. Why do I do that, and what do you suggest? I am working in a culture that's not healthy. It's not terrible, but some weird things happen. And everyone just winks and nods and goes about their work. Nothing illegal or unethical, just awkward and weird. Admittedly, I too notice these occasional weirdnesses and wink and nod and go about my business as well. What do I do, and what do you suggest? Great. It goes to how weird and awkward it is. I mean, right? If they're like well, you said there's nothing unethical or there's nothing... what did you say? Nothing unethical or illegal. Yeah, that's good. Nothing unethical or illegal. Well, always ask yourself the question, does it put anybody else in danger or harm's way? Does it create an environment where people are not allowed to thrive? Does it in some way harm customers or lead others to make decisions that they may make differently, or is it destructive to the human beings in the space, right? And so it's hard for me to know what weirdness and bizarre or awkward is, but I will tell you that what you tolerate, you deserve. What you tolerate, you deserve. So if you tolerate these weirdnesses and awkwardnesses, is that a word? Awkwardnesses? I don't think that's a word. If you tolerate it, then you deserve it, right? So you said nobody's being harmed and there's nothing illegal or unethical. Well, you didn't say nobody's being harmed. You said it's not illegal or unethical. So pay attention. Is it harming someone? Is it harming any animals? Is it doing anything to damage the greater good? And if it's not, then you have to evaluate for yourself. It's obviously whether it's weird enough or awkward enough for you to stay there, because you obviously do. You obviously are in a culture that isn't healthy and you're staying there. So you, by definition, are enabling that. I would turn some lights on the weirdness and awkwardness if it is destructive or if it isn't working, and I would pay more attention to it. But if you're there and you're going to stay there and the culture isn't healthy and you address it and nothing changes, you got to ask yourself some questions, right? Why am I here? Because what I tolerate, I deserve. So ask some questions about it. Point out the weirdness and awkwardness, but know that if the weirdness and awkwardness is happening, you are likely to be considered weird and awkward, because remember, normal is weird and awkward in a weird and awkward place. Just think about that. What's your soul worth? What's your time worth? What's your weirdness and awkwardness worth? Are you weird and awkward too? Got to ask yourself the question. Hope that's helpful. If you have a question, you can send it to info@mikestaver.com. We're going to work it in as fast as we can. Did I say info@mikestaver.com? Yeah. Send it in. Until next time, thanks for watching. We always appreciate you as our viewers and the questions you send in. Take care.